All right, we are back. Welcome back, everyone. So last time, I screwed this up.
Yep. And he went wee
by trying to be a noble and martyrous dumbass. So, pride cometh before all else, no. Unconditional acceptance, no. Severing the lifeline, maybe? I feel like that would be killing myself again, but severing the lifeline. Fuck it, let's try it. Because provisional acceptance, he has all the cards. Why would he do anything that I ask? Unconditional acceptance, then he becomes all-powerful evil godman? No. Pride cometh before all else, that just seems like the wrong reason, so...
To give you my crown would signify a change of leadership, so says the law of this land. It also says that the crown is to be worn only by those with the highest regard and intent for Daventry. So, to give it to such a vile being as you would betray the honor and memory of all the past kings who have worn it. No, I will not do it.
Not even for the sake of your family?
There are some principles for which even one's family must be sacrificed.
The man appraises you as a scientist would a unique specimen.
What an intriguing set of morals you have, King Graham. I almost look forward to the time when you will put aside your obligations here and seek me out. I have foreseen that we shall meet again.
Okay, I think I got that right.
Your third test.
Once again, you feel yourself as...
How do you feel?
I am deeply honored,
Unskippable
sire.
cutscenes.
Okay.
Oh, neat. The madness of King Graham. That wasn't here before. Scott. You know what? I'm kind of curious.
I think it's an Easter egg.
Pick it up. Pick up
I'll
that egg.
have to do second test again.
That's okay.
All right.
We have a save point.
I have decided, after long and careful consideration, that in order to earn your knighthood, thou must venture forth on a quest to capture and kill the most insidious and elusive of preys.
What is this prey? A dragon?
No. More wretched than that.
A tri-horned scaled beast of the southern plains?
No. More woeful still.
Surely not the scourge of the low mountains? The flesh-burrowing scorpion?
No. But it does get under your skin all the same.
I feel like I'm missing something.
Then pray tell, of what do I seek?
Oh, sorry I'm late, Graham. I hope I haven't missed anything.
That.
The talking owl?
Precisely. Charge!
Graham, what are you... Oh!
Kill it! Kill the bastard! Kill him!
In true out of the ice fashion, I'm missing something here.
That's Cedric.
Instant, you find yourself standing before the cloud spirit.
You have demonstrated some understanding of... While you still have much to learn.
Hey! I don't have to redo it.
Always,
Hey!
you are judged...
The cloud spirit agrees. Cedric must die.
It is canon. Oh.
Yo, nice tongue ring.
You take the growth gem.
Yeah, it's also live-y.
As you feel the knowledge of the last test fade from your mind, the cloud
there
beneath
was
your
a
feet
better way
begins to
you could have gone
evaporate.
about the second
You'd
choice.
better get out of here quickly, Graham.
But I mean, you still you made the correct actual option.
Eh. Was it pride cometh before the fall?
Finally, your flight comes to an end.
Choice.
You hope that it will be quite a
But there was
while
something
before you
else you
take to
could've
the
done.
air again.
What do you mean?
You could have tried to hit him first.
Oh.
Where would you like me to land?
That would have been cool.
On the ground.
Yeah.
Would
Dang.
Be fine.
Hold on a second.
Save here.
Yeah, I'm gonna save here and then go back to that save, and I'm gonna punch the bastard.
Take this sugar cube. It will protect against the poisonous growth of this land.
Alright, well that's how I get into the swamp.
Fare thee well.
Goodbye, noble horse. Away! His wings flutter like butterfly.
I still can't believe
As
what the
dusk
fuck
sets
that
in
third
and the
choice
pallid moon
was.
rises above the darkened horizon,
Kill that
you
bastard,
recall
Cedric!
the door of destiny's words regarding the third gem through swampy mire in lone dark castle. Then you remember the great Neptune's disquiet reluctance to speak of Kolyma's lord. You sense a growing unease that this final gem may not be the easiest to acquire.
Alright, so I'm gonna save. Boop.
Or, did you save over it or no?
No.
Okay.
See, look.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I saw like it highlighted. I went
So now I'm gonna go to tests.
restore.
You dive forward, swinging your fist at the man to hit him.
Nice.
To your
That was
astonishment,
a
your hand
strong
passes right
hook,
through
too.
his
Yeah.
face.
Graham can still
Did
get
you
it.
think I would be so foolish as to come unprepared this time? I learned my lesson well.
Oh, so apparently I've punched him in the past.
There's no point.
Nice! I've punched this man before. Alright, well. Time to go to church. Whoops. Ominous.
Ooh, spooky.
Finding the door unlocked and unbarred, you enter the church. That's
Sweet.
a hideous statue of a grinning fiend forms an archway leading to the church's outdoor cemetery. You notice a Bible on the end of a pew. You look over the Bible, which appears to be many decades old. You open it and find that an otherwise blank page at the front has been written on. It is dated over 20 years ago.
You read this.
No, what? To all those who have heard the word, we are the chosen few, blessed by the spirits of the wild. Destined for greatness, concealed by the cloth, there is but one challenge we must overcome before our future can be set in stone. The simple people of Kolyma cling still to the memory of their former ruler. Even now, years after fate's dark turn, they retain their hope.
You return the Bible to where you found it. You also notice that a page...
Weird. I didn't
You
press
pick up
anything.
the fallen page and read it. The words appear to have been written recently. Shine why early, newborn son, when sadly we'd nearly won.
Weird.
You look over the Bible.
Okay.
Alright, even now, years after his fate's dark turn, they retain their hope that he will not forsake them. As long as this is so, our goal cannot be attained. So, my brothers, it is our duty to see the land cleansed of its blight. Do not fear our enemy. Our faith, purpose, and power will guide us to the future we are promised. A path has been found to him, O brothers. Let him hear the warning howls. The clock.
You return
Okay,
the Bible
cool.
You gotta read faster.
I'm not gonna read.
You look.
I'm not gonna.
To all those who have heard the word, we are the chosen few, blessed by the
Okay,
spirits of
but
the
who
wild,
the
destined
hell
for
can
greatness, concealed by the
understand
cloth. There is
this?
but one challenge
Oh
we must
my
overcome before our
God.
future can be set in stone. The simple people of Kolyma cling still to the memory of their former ruler. Even now, years after his fate's dark turn, they retain their hope that he will not forsake them. As long as this is so, our goal cannot be attained. So, my brothers, it is our duty to see the land cleansed of its blight. Do not fear. Our enemy, our faith, purpose, and power will guide us to the future we were promised. A path has been found to him, my brothers. Let him hear the warning howls. The cloth will be lifted for...
You return the
See,
Bible to
the
where you
issue
found
is
it.
that no one can follow that, Scott.
I could.
You are a very special exception to many things.
You look.
No. A path has been found to him, O brothers. Let him hear the warning house. The cloth will be lifted for all time, and our songs will echo the end of him, his influence, and his family. Our time is at hand, whatever the fuck that reads.
Yeah.
You return the Bible
I've been
to
looking.
where you
I was
found
looking at that, like who it was, and I'm like, how the fuck do you even say
The collection box caters to those with money or valuables to show their support for the church. You find it odd that the windows have been boarded up from the outside. The church must be very dark, even in broad daylight. The symbol of the faith is displayed prominently in the church.
Huh. Very obviously actually Christian? Weird.
The monk is dressed in a simple ankle-length robe. A belt of thick leather is tied around his ample waist. He wears worn sandals. The Church of Kolyma is where its citizens come to pray, confess their sins, and offer a penance, usually in the form of a coin. The monk is in deep prayer.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, good.
You've never been terribly fond of gargoyles, and this one isn't likely to sway your opinion. Lester Williamson, 1300 to 1345. Here lies a man who feared all bugs, too scared to even lift his rugs. For if he had, he would have found insects that make little sound, with bites so deadly for their size that surely did cause his demise.
That would be at home at Haunted Mansion.
Rarlap Niven, 985 to 1015. The jester joked his life away until a quip he made one day. Insulted was a baron's son who had this poor old jester hung.
Damn.
Rebecca Twintle, 1250 to 1273. In that usual daring way of hers, she threw caution to the wind. Late one eve she risked a venture and went out to sea with him. Totally in love she was, so filled with careless whim that when he threw her overboard, she never thought to swim.
That one is very reminiscent of the Haunted Mansion. Because the Haunted Mansion originally had a story about a sea captain who was secretly a pirate who killed his wife.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, I remember you telling me that one at Disney.
Goulash Thompson, 1370 to 1441. Never in all his living years had he ever seen such sights. For hours did he stare at them, those beautiful, dazzling lights. So happy was he that he'd been able to live to see this night. But down a cliff he blindly fell, for the lights had been too bright.
Damn aliens.
Larman Odnarb, 1175 to 1200. Dear old Larman was a healer, cured many a deadly fever. One he caught that bitter day, healed not himself and passed away. Here lies the Odnarb family. Evidently they were well respected to have their own area. Lyot O'Maleef, 1200 to 1256. She was a lady with strange habits, who as friends kept only rabbits. When time came her hunger due, her friends all wound up in her stew. The other creatures, also bunnies, found this not remotely funny, so their swift revenge they sought. The kitchen in her sleep they brought, heaved her into the large pot, which was, regretfully, much too hot.
Those are some smart bunnies.
Yeah, good job on you, Bun-Buns.
Bridget O. Troublewater, 1248 to 1299. During the annual house inspection, she spied a mirror and its reflection. For days she lovingly gazed at it, unable to sleep or eat or sit. With the last of her earthly power, there she remained till her final hour.
Okay, so what I think that was actually supposed to say was Narcissus.
Hamish Bite, 1226 to 1258. Besides religious connotation, reverence paid daily as we should, it is a tradesman's irony that a carpenter was killed upon the wood. Coco Airboul, 1205 to 1252. The writer wrote until he bled. In his final agony he said, I will not lift my trusty pen till I at last have reached the end. Lefleur Povance, 905 to 987. The power brought unto this world is as unholy as this sage. Doomed are those that have descended from the blood of a first mage.
Well, talk about sins of the
This
father.
is the church cemetery. Given how many souls have been laid to rest over the many years, you imagine this place has seen its share of sorrow. It is likely that only the most devout believers have been buried in there.
Let's go desecrate it. Come on in. Let me in.
You have about as much an inkling to enter the crypt as a fish has to walk.
So, a constant want because I want to further evolution? Let me in.
Have about Faith Cinders, 998 to 1029. Alas, my dear, you've come too near to your heart's great desire. It seems that now you've run afoul and should not have lit that fire.
Oh, poor pyromaniac. Also, her name was Cinders. Haha.
Judas Morton, 1365 to 1415. Here lies a foolish non-believer, with shame deep as this hole. Even God, though wise and powerful, cannot save his wretched soul.
Because his name is Judas.
Yeah, I'm like, I saw the name Judas and I'm like, oh no.
This is the church.
Okay, well, what am I supposed to do here? It's a screen that has a thing. It's gotta have a thing. It's gotta have a thing. There's gotta be a reason. It's gotta be here for a reason.
A year on, and you still look. This is the church cemetery.
I'm gonna go poke the monk.
Go poke him with all the things.
It would not be prudent to touch a man of the
Hey.
Poke him
the
with
monk
everything
is
you have.
It would. The monk. The monk is a man of simple need. The monk. The monk is a.
Do I need to give him a thing?
I don't know.
The monk is a man.
Oh, there's something you... Well, tactically there's something you can't... There's something you can do here.
On this screen?
Yes.
This collection.
Do I need to put something in the collection box?
Nope.
I already messed with the Bible.
Yeah, you took care of that already. There's one more thing you can do, though.
You have
Touch
no
the thing?
inclination to do anything.
Not necessarily touch the thing.
The symbol.
It's something you should do before you talk to the monk.
Something I should do. Well, I'm guessing offer a penance. Because this place is probably corrupt. I mean, look at that thing.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Maybe I should pray?
Feeling humbled, you kneel down to pray. You rise again after a few moments. The monk stirs, stands, and turns to face you.
Father, I go now to a place of darkness. While I am stout of heart, the path laid down before me is unclear. I seek only the knowledge that my passage be illuminated by heavenly favor, and a prayer that I may make it through.
The monk gives you a reassuring smile and pats you on the shoulder. He then lifts a silver cross from around his neck and places it in your hands.
Thank you.
You are welcome, my child.
Oh my god, you
can
talk.
Of course.
I thought monks were forbidden from speaking.
Not all churches follow the same rules, and this church is quite unique.
Really? How so?
The monk just smiles placidly at you.
About this crucifix.
I believe you'll find the cross to be of immense value. It has come to us at a huge price.
That is the Father, isn't it?
Expensive?
That's the same
mean
voice.
That it has cost us more than any value to be in possession of it.
That's the Father. This is the church of the fucking culty cult that Hagatha's a part of. Oh, you fuckers. I recognize that fucking voice.
Finding the door it would not be prudent to...
If I may ask, why is it that you only open the church at dusk?
We find the late hours more favorable.
But surely then you would not have many in your congregation.
Yes, that is true.
What do you know of the Count?
Only that he is a heathen, a blasphemer. You serve God well by going there, my child. Bless you.
The monk smiles at you, turns back to the altar, kneels, and resumes his prayers. Finding the door. It would...
There were red glowy eyes over there. I saw them.
Without warning, a pair
What?
of wolves dart out of...
What?
What the?
What?
For a minute there, you thought those wolves were
Oh,
You see the monk standing alone outside the church. Then you notice the two wolves approaching him. You are about to yell a warning to the monk, but the words die in your throat as the man steps forward and pats the wolves' heads.
No, my brothers, we must not hurt him. Not yet. He will go to the heathen's abode. He will do what needs to be done. What if he does not? Then, my brothers, we will complete the task before us, the one we began many
Years ago.
You quickly move away from the church, your heart racing faster with every step. You have a good idea now what will happen once the moon comes out in full, and you do not want to be anywhere near here when it does. One thing's for sure, you're not getting married in that church.
Werewolves!
Oh no.
There's no way you're going back in there.
Dang it. I want to fight werewolves. Okay.
There's not much you can do.
Okay. I want to see something real quick because I know where I need to go. And I think there's a couple things I need before I do. So I'm gonna see.
The door of the... You can see light in...
Oh,
Oh, sir. Have you seen my little granddaughter? She ventured to the town to buy food for me, but has not yet returned. I fear she may be in peril. The forest is not safe at night.
I'm a-coming, possum. Don't you worry, possum, I'm a-coming.
You gonna find her. Whee. Oh.
The gates to town have been shut for the night.
Still just hanging out in there.
Okay.
Possum.
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 Tree.
A healthy bee.
You did something, didn't you?
You did this.
Possum. 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 Possum.
Possum noise, possum noise.
What if the wolves got her?
That'd be bad.
The church door is made of a beautiful. You have. There's.
Possum. Possum.
So, like, when you were, like, entering and exiting, when I saw those red eyes initially, I thought, like, that was just, like, something you had to go find, but it's just a background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, next time on Out of the Ice Plays, the search for Possum continues.
The child!
The child!
Save the child!
Baby Yoda!
Yeah! Hey everyone, Kat here. If you liked the video, maybe press that like button and subscribe if you want more. We've also got some more videos on the screen right now, so go ahead and give them a watch. Bye!